obviously tonight probably didn't go as well as you wanted to, but can you just kind of put a bow on the weekend and what it's been like this whole weekend?
It's an amazing weekend being back in Charlotte, and pretty much everything I imagined it to be. Having my family, friends, people I grew up with, kind of come out and celebrate how influential and important Charlotte is to me and my entire family. So obviously ending up tonight playing in the All Star game here was very surreal, and one I'll remember for a very long time, despite the missed shots and the loss, for sure.
Next row back.
Steph, Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. Can you take us through the play where you hit the three falling down over Clay and what the banner was like afterwards?
From the time he checked in, we were going back and forth. I wanted to guard him every chance I got, and him vice versa. So I feel like any possession I touched the ball with him on me, I was just going to shoot no matter what. And it worked out in my favor that possession. He fell asleep for a hot second. Tried to close out, and I sold the call for sure. So it's nice to see that one. If I was going to make one shot out of the 23 I took, it had to be that one.
Third row on the left side.
Anthony Sider with The Athletic. Steph, how surprised were you on the bounce pass to Giannis that he actually finished it? I mean, just take us through that play.
I bounced it really high, and a lot of time in between, when it hit the ground to him dunking it. Obviously, timing was unreal. His length, finishing it and getting it before it came down. Pretty bang play. Just glad we had that connection. I'm not sure anybody else on the floor could have finished that one. So for it to be choreographed like that was pretty nice.
Back row center.
Manuel Rodriguez from TAP Deportes Puerto Rico. You showcase your talent to the whole city that saw you grow up, but you blessed more children when you were here during the All Star weekend. How do you feel blessing other people that saw you grow up and they now can have that opportunity to be blessed by you?
I mean, it's important because there were resources I had growing up that kind of set me on my way here in Charlotte, and I was fortunate in that sense. And so coming back here, there's definitely an awareness and an opportunity to impact the community, not just this weekend, but going forward with certain programs that we're going to have at the Kara Hefner Recreation Center. And so I used to have practices over there, and the entire Charlotte-Mecklenburg Recreation Department, in terms of all the different places that they provide for kids to be able to go, not just play sports, but get a better education, invest in themselves. And me and my family thought that was an extremely important opportunity. And again, something that year after year, hopefully we can come back and continue to reinvest.
Jamal right here.
Jamal Murphy, Bill Roden on Sports. How good did it feel to get that dunk at the end?
Yeah, for all y'all that saw me in L.A. A couple months ago, I redeemed myself. So that was the best part of my night for sure.
Front row on your left.
Lauren Jones, LA Sentinel. Just can you describe the dynamic between you and Clay, and just to be able to go against him? He pointed to you after knocking down a three in the corner, and just talk about that dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously each other's biggest supporters, but we kind of do it in a fun way. We talk so much trash to each other. Like, there's a couple of sayings we throw out there when each of us is shooting, and we almost like get happy when the other one misses. Like, it's just a weird kind of vibe, but it comes from a good place. And so, yeah, I was yelling at him. I'll yell at him when we're playing for the Warriors and we're on the same team. I think it's because we feed off of the competition and trying to be better than each other at shooting the basketball. So that always kind of be the vibe for sure.
We got Rod on the back left, and then back here for the last question.
Rod Boone with The Athletic, right here, Steph. Just wondering what it's like, somebody who was born and raised here, what it's like to see Kemba Walker just get the love that he got from the people tonight and just his career here so far in Charlotte.
For me growing up, obviously with the Hornet organization being here, representing the city, leaving and then coming back, it's a different name, now the Hornets again. Like, there's just a lot of history here from a basketball perspective, and I think I felt it everywhere I went, celebrating, my dad and Muggsy, Lonzo Mourning, Glenn Rice, Larry Johnson, Kendall Gill, all those guys that suited up for the Hornets. You know, Kemba, he's breaking all these records, and it's unbelievable to see how he's, one, established himself as a premier NBA player, but to do it here in Charlotte and get the city behind him and give him something to root for, I think it's truly special and something I respect so much from his standpoint. And hopefully he stays here, you know, for a long time. Who knows how that'll work out, but just the way this weekend all came together with a little, you know, older guys and the new regime with Kemba, kind of all celebrating what it means to be a Hornet. That was pretty special.
Last question in the back right.
Steph, Dustin Fife for Fox Sports Southeast. Kind of asked my question, but a follow-up. Do you, with those records being broken here by Kemba, do you give your dad a hard time about that a lot with most of his records going down?
No, my brother was making a joke. He said if the All-Star game was here 2 years ago, they could have announced him still as the all-time leading scorer in Hornets history, but since then, Kemba's broken that. So definitely I don't give anybody, you know, flack for playing 16 years, 10 here in Charlotte, the last original Hornet, and now still in the organization. I was as a color commentator for the team, and then I'm pretty much an ambassador throughout the city and throughout the state. So I've been trying to get him to move out to the Bay, and this speaks to how much of this is home, because it's been a really hard selling point. So this is where home is for him.